Okay, you guys, jumping straight in, we're going to go ahead and apply a concealer that is 2 shades lighter than our complexion at the corners of our eyes. This is going to give our eyes a lift after you apply your eyeshadow. On the inner corners, you want to use a concealer that is at least 3 shades lighter to give your eyes a bright pop. If you don't have a lighter concealer, at least in tan, go ahead and blend that with the white concealer and mix that, and you should have a new shade. Now warm that up on the back of your hands. I like to apply it with my fingers. And let that concealer sit for 5 minutes before blending out. This will give you fuller coverage. Okay, so now that my concealer has sat for at least 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. The importance of letting it sit for at least 5 minutes is so that way it can give fuller coverage and it can get a little bit tacky. If you just go ahead and wipe it on and then try to use a beauty blender to wipe it off or a brush, I promise you it's just not gonna, it's gonna be a waste of time because you're gonna pick that product back up on the brush. So this is the next step to getting a baddie's makeup look. If you don't know how to contour, and that's okay. It takes time to learn. It's not for everybody. If you like to contour, you can. If you don't, I have another way to show you. So I like to go in with my black opal contour stick. It's creamy and it's full coverage. You can either use a cream contour or you can use a powder, and I'll show you the difference on both sides of my face. Please ignore this. I have a pimple coming in, so. Whenever you are applying blush or cream contour, always go on your cheekbones or above your cheekbones to lift the face. Never go underneath. And you just apply like so. On my nose. So I'm gonna do this to one side of my face, and on the other side, I'm going to use powder. Contour the left side of my face and the right side of my face. I did not contour. I'm going to show you what the next steps are. Since we contour this side of our face, I'm going to set my makeup on this side, and on this side I'm going to bake. So grabbing a brush that looks like this or any brush that is more dense up top, I'm going to tap away the excess powder. I'm going to place the powder in the places that I use my concealer. Never, never, never set your makeup when you have creases, okay? Just a little tip. So we're just gonna push the product into our skin in the places that we placed the concealer only. I'm pushing that product in my face, and then whatever's left over, then I make my way up to the bronzer. It's not taking away the effects of the bronzer. Now this is how you set your makeup. Now to bake your face, you want to go ahead and get yourself a triangle puff. These on Amazon or at your local Marshalls. Go ahead and pick up some products on that triangle puff and add some to the back of my hands to get rid of some of that excess product. I'm going to go in and press lightly under the places that I added the concealer. So when baking your face, you want to add multiple layers. So the first layer, you want to lightly press it in, and then the second layer, you want to lay it on top if you're baking. So I'm going to go down my nose. This is creating a contour on my nose, and I'm going to contour on this side, only my nose because we want it to be snatched. Now I'm going to add that product under my eye again and around my nose. So, like I said, we're setting on this side and we're baking on this side. So now I'm going to brush this away. You can let this sit as long as you want while you bronze the rest of your face. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the angled brush like this. So now I'm going to go in with that angled brush, and I'm going to pick up the darkest shade in my volume, in my Juvia's Place bronzer palette in shade Tan. Always tap away the excess and I'm going to warm up my face. You always want to go upwards because you're trying to lift your face, okay? Don't forget that. Enough, so we're going to go ahead and wipe this away. You want to wipe downwards. And as you're wiping downwards, you want to also push it into the skin. Not too hard. Remember, whatever brushes you use, try to use like a light to medium hand. You don't want to be too rough because you're not trying to wipe it away. You're trying to add it on. Going in with a smaller brush, I'm going to pick up that same bronzer, tap it away, and now I'm going to contour my nose. And now I'm going to bring it up towards my eyebrow bone. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to do the same to the other side because I just don't want it to look weird. When it comes to your nose, just contour it. Okay, so that's that. So someone asked me, is there a difference between baking powder and pressed powder? So pressed powder, you can use the pressed powder to finish off your makeup look like what we are about to do now. So this is going to add some color and dimension into my makeup. Take away this white cast, as you can see, the places that I bake. Baking powder is to prevent all the creasing after your concealers or cream products. So right before I hit play, y'all, it fell and like broke on the floor. I don't know if you can see it. So I can also press this into my skin after I pick it up on the triangle puff. And I'm going to add that into the places that I baked. And I love this stuff. This is like my favorite part of doing makeup. I'm going to show you the difference. As you can see the difference, it's giving Instagram baddie. And this side is just like, oh, okay, girl, hey. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, y'all, this is my favorite part. Now we are going to lock this makeup in, especially if you have oily skin. I don't know what it is about Morphe, but I love Morphe setting spray. And be generous, because we don't want to go nowhere. You can use a piece of mail, piece of paper. I'm gonna use my fan. And we're gonna set her in. Okay, so as you can see, as I'm drying my face, it is starting to go back to a mattified look. So you really didn't have to like add any more products. But for me, I like to just go in with that brush one more time without picking up any products because I don't like oils around my nose. It's just a pet peeve. Now I'm just gonna add some lip liner and I'm gonna add some mascara. So I clearly need to buy a new one, but this is the LA Girl lip pencil in shade brown. This is like $4 at Ulta Beauty, or you can buy it at your like local beauty supply. I love this pencil. And if you're not good at applying lip liner, just go like that to your lips and just follow your lip line. I'm gonna go in with the NYX Buttergloss. This is like under 10 bucks, super affordable. I've seen like makeup artists use this on their clients. This is like the most affordable way to do it. I got you. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara. So before we bring out the blush, I'm gonna use this brush because it's like a lighter density and it's more fluffy and it's not gonna pick up too much products, whereas a more denser brush will pick up more products and it's angled, so it'll give me more of that effect, which I don't want today. So I like to smile and bring the products up, 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 upwards. Lifts the face. You see the difference with blush, without blush? Totally your preference. Okay, I'm gonna add some to this side. When it comes to highlight, it's totally optional. You don't have to add any. You can add a light hand, y'all. Don't put too much, because your natural oils is going to come out on your face during the day and it's going to look good, I promise. I am going to add more finishing powder because I don't like that harsh line. Just want to get rid of that. Perfect. Baddies, we're done. All right, y'all, I hope that tutorial helps, and good luck on your Betty's journey, and I'm glad you learned to do your makeup with me today. Bye, babes.